Oh boy, what a day. Good evening. Here we go. I see you guys in the comments. Here we go. Time for Lemon Live at 5. And I hope you have it. This is actually a soup cup, but I've got tea in it because it's been one of those days. I actually had to sit around and watch the damn TV. I watched a lot. I watched Fox News. I know. I did watch. I watched because my team sent me a note saying Zohran Mamdani is about to go on Fox News. And they've taken down their paywall so people could see it. And so I went to watch it because I'm in New York, and you guys know who Zohran is. He's running for mayor here in New York City. There's lots of like nervous rich people in the city who are like, oh my God, he's the worst thing that could happen. We're going to move. We're leaving New York because blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if any of that's true, but they're really nervous. And now the polls are changing. I had powder. This is powder from bubblegum, by the way. I don't know if you've ever. This is what I do. You guys do that? You guys know this? This is Hubba Bubba gum tape. And so on the gum tape, if you do it, it's a tape. There's powder. See that? On the gum. And so when I eat the gum and then I touch myself, I get the powder all over. Okay, so anyways, you guys think I'm nuts. So I turned it on and I watched Zohran Mamdani, and then I just sort of started writing what I wanted to talk about, which is what I wanted to talk about. And I was going to talk about what's happened in Chicago, or I said maybe I should talk about how ridiculous it was or is that Charlie Kirk got a Presidential Medal of Freedom yesterday, and pointing out why it was important for you to know that. And then no sooner than I get ready to click it off and start writing, they went to a live press conference of Donald Trump. And I was like, well, this is interesting, because every day seems to be like a show in the White House. It's like a little TV show. Now, look, I got to tell you, they're very smart. What at least with stagecraft. If you looked at what happened, the whole stagecraft of it all, with all the leaders from around the world on, was it Monday? From Egypt, from the Middle East, from Israel. I mean, if you saw that was all put together. That was, I could see someone in the thing, take camera 4. Okay, stand by, slow push on Trump's face. Now take this camera. Now do this. Now do that. It's a production. It was stagecraft. A Trump Inc. production, just like Charlie Kirk's memorial service, that white nationalist, religious nationalist service. That's what it was. So I'm watching this, and because I've been around for a long time, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, well, this is interesting. And Donald Trump is reading, he's talking, he's reading. He looks horrible. Have you seen him? He looks horrible. And he's reading from a pre-prepared text, a script that they gave him. And then they go around and they start introducing everyone, right? And I was like, this is weird. You know what? Did you see it? Okay. So I'm going to start by asking you. And so I rewrote my whole open and the bullet points that I wanted to talk about, because I said, let me ask my audience. Did you see that press conference at the White House today? No? Did you? Tell me if you guys saw it. Did you see it? No, most of you probably didn't. Good. Because I watched it so you don't have to. That's going to be my new sacrifice. I watched it as much as it pains me. I watched it so you don't have to. So it's good that you didn't see it, because what you missed in this, it was not leadership. It wasn't strength at all. They were trying to pretend that it's strength. They were trying to pretend like, oh, look what we're doing for America. This is so great. But if you see the polls, you will know it's not so great. 54 out of 43% of Americans disapprove of the job that Trump is doing. The majority of voters say Trump is creating rather than cleaning up chaos. Trump is underwater on handling of the issues except on crime. So Now they're trying to reframe this as a crime issue rather than what they said was they wanted to get all of the really bad criminal people out. Now what they're saying, they're trying to rebrand it because, you know, the handling of all the issues except for crime. So now they're trying to present this as a crime issue, and we know it's really not. And so just to give them some sort of legitimacy, they believe, to go into the neighborhoods, to go into cities, and to take over. That's what they're doing. It was a performance staged by men and a woman, people who are terrified of losing their grip on power. Now, remember, this is a show. It's also a distraction. Remember, there's the Epstein files. What's in those files? It's a distraction. This is a distraction from the people who are getting beat up on streets by thugs that we're not even sure if they are actual agents. Donald Trump, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, and Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche, who is the deputy attorney general. They all lined up in front of the cameras to tell you know, about this new crackdown, this so-called Operation Summer Heat. They said that it's about safety, about law and order, about taking back the streets. But I've been around too long to fall for that okie doke. I don't, you know, I be knowing. It is my job to see past the slogans. It is my job. It's been my job for a long time to see around corners, to like analyze stuff. It's my job to look past the staged outrage, past the phony numbers, and call this for what it really is, and that is fear. They are scared. They are scared. And this, to me, was the sound of fear, but they were doing it while pretending they were presenting strength. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? When you're like, sometimes it's a fake it till you make it. And even if you're nervous and you're shaking inside, you have to pretend, or you have to give that presentation, or you need to talk to your boss, or you have to confront a coworker, or whatever it is. Someone you see, or whatever, maybe you're in the parking lot or whatever, and you pretend like whatever. Like when I'm at home, when I was at home, and I would say, I would hear something, and I would walk down the stairs, and I'd go, "Where's my gun? Let me get the gun." Like scared as hell, but pretending. This is what they were doing. So right now, this administration is sending ICE agents and federal law enforcement into American cities without so much as a call to the mayor's office or an alderman or anybody. No coordination, no conversation, no consent. They are roaming neighborhoods. They are yanking people off of sidewalks. You've seen it. I witnessed it. They are dragging them into vans. It's not just undocumented immigrants, undocumented people. These are people with no record, people who were born right here in the United States. We're going to show you the evidence. We showed you the evidence with, remember Luther? Luther is 66 and has lived in America all his life. He was born here. Right now, you know, I'm sure he was a young, spry man, right? Obviously at one point, but he's an older man now, just a mild-mannered older man now. Couldn't like hurt someone if he tried. And so the truth is, most Americans across party lines, if you look at those poll numbers I showed you, they are disgusted by this. The polling is very, very clear. The polling is clear that while people may want comprehensive immigration reform, they may want people to come over legally, they may want some deportations, but they don't want their government terrorizing communities or bypassing local authorities or picking moms up in the pickup line at school or going into places where people are working and trying to make ends meet and yanking them out of it, throwing them on the ground, even if they are citizens, without due process. They don't want their neighbors brutalized in the name of political theater. 54 out of 43% of Americans disapprove of the job Trump is doing. He is creating chaos rather than cleaning it up. So that's exactly why this press conference happened today. Political theater. That's why they stood there today trying to sell a failure, trying to turn a failure into a win. Hey, this is a win. I was on with Mike Nellis today, and he's the one. Mike Nellis actually piqued me to this when he said they're nervous, they're scared, they're seeing the polling numbers. They know that this is not popular with the American people. And so the reason they're trying to sell a failure as a win is because this isn't strength, this isn't control, it is panic. Pam Bondi stood up there and she read off arrest numbers that really don't add up. This is that, blah, blah, blah. You know, and she makes up stuff about this is Antifa and the person who killed the Hoffman, the representative, that was a left wing. No. All of them are master liars. Do you know how Jerry Seinfeld is a master of their own domain? Master whatever. There's a lot of master whatevers. These are master liars, master manipulators. And yes, they are baiting you. They love baiting the American people, rage baiting. Kash Patel talked tough, restoring order. While cities across the country said, we didn't ask for this. You guys saw the people on the streets with native Chicagoans said to me, yeah, the city, it's a mess. Jokingly said, oh, it's a hellhole, but it's ours. And we don't need ICE, and we don't need the National Guard. We don't need troops on our streets. Donald Trump needs to mind his own business and get out of our business. So Donald Trump tried to sound confident, but everything about his tone betrayed the truth. They are losing the narrative. They are losing the public, and they are scared to death of the backlash that is coming, because it's coming. Trust me. You can only do this for people for so long. People are fed up. You saw the woman this morning. Now I'm going to talk to you about her in a moment. So here's what they don't seem to understand, that this will not end the way that they think it will. They believe that this show of force is going to intimidate people into silence, and it won't. That it's going to mobilize them. They think that this is going to prove that they're tough on crime. It won't do that. It'll prove that they're weak on democracy, but it's not going to prove that they're tough on crime. They think this is going to shore up their political base, and it won't. As a matter of fact, Democrats should be thanking them somewhat for this. It's going to erode their base, right? Because this will be the thing that breaks them with Latino voters, mark my words, with immigrant voters, with any community that has ever been targeted, profiled, or marginalized. Now, I realize there are those who are in the Hispanic community, in the Latino community, who agree with what they're doing. ICE, the Trump administration. There are some. I've spoken to them. I've interviewed them. But there aren't that many. So I think this is going to erode their support among their base. Any group that has been targeted, profiled, or marginalized. Because you cannot brutalize the people and then ask for their trust. You cannot tell the people who are all they're going, chicka, 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 chicka. I will vote for Donald Trump. All my life I want to vote for Donald Trump. And then two weeks after Donald Trump is elected, oh my God, my husband, he's been deported. You fucked around and you found out. You voted for Donald Trump. But are you going to vote for Donald Trump anymore? Probs not. And your relatives won't be either, unless you are just a real fool. You cannot terrorize families and then show up at their doorsteps begging for their votes. Hi, we're going to support you. Wouldn't you be like, get the fuck out of my face? You deported my husband. You deported my wife. You deported my uncle. You cannot throw their loved ones in unmarked vans and then pretend to care about their future. I'm just saying, Democrats, there's a silver lining here. Get on that. You better get on that. I would be out there now. All of those neighborhoods where all of those ICE agents are, they're Democrats. Get your people out there on the street, your get out the vote people, and say, see, this is what you voted for. We told you. Now, let me tell you who's running on such and such. That there are several Democratic candidates. No one is running right now or whatever, but we just want to make sure that you know at this point what happened and that Donald Trump lied to you. And not only did Donald Trump lie to you, the Republican Party lied for you because they lied to you because they stood behind this man, and they made excuses for all of his lies, and they told you, your local Republican candidates told you a lie. They went right along with the Trump administration. Democrats, you better do this. You better get your canvassing people out now because the election has started. Think it's a game. Where's the lie? Tell me in the comments if you see the lie. You know what I'm talking about? Go out to all of those neighborhoods, and I would have people in the freaking carpool pickup line every day with a big Vote Democrat shirt on. Trump deported your neighbor. ICE is looking for you. Vote Democrat. I'm just saying. I haven't seen any Democrats say or do that. I just came up with this in this moment a minute ago. I need to be a strategist for these people. Am I lying? I don't know. I don't think that I'm lying. People remember shit. And when that memory turns into votes, this administration is going to wish they had never staged Operation Summer Heat. Summer Heat is going to melt them. It's going to burn them. So let's talk about the hypocrisy of all this now. This is the same party, okay? This is where Democrats, if you do this right, if you handle this moment right, I might think of becoming a Democrat. I have not registered for a political party since I was, I don't know, teens, early 20s. I might, just might. This is an opportunity for you. It's sad that this is all happening, but this is the same party that preaches small government, unleashing federal agents into cities that don't want them. That's not small government. This is the same movement that shouts states' rights, trampling over local authorities, not even asking for permission. State rights, oh, we believe in small government. Where is that shit now? The same people who say back the blue are now ignoring police chiefs. Back the blue authority, just comply. They're now ignoring police chiefs. They're ignoring mayors and sheriffs. They are pleading these folks, pleading with them to stop, but they're ignoring them. They're ignoring governors. Ask J.B. Pritzker. Ask Gavin Newsom. Ask Shapiro in Pennsylvania. Just go ahead and ask him. See what happens. The same politicians who wrap themselves in the Constitution are now, can I say, shredding it in real time? But these are the ones who carry the Constitution. You may as well just throw it away. Just burn the Constitution. Just burn it. Can you do that? Can you burn the Constitution? Or to them, is it like burning the flag if you actually burn the Constitution? Is that unpatriotic? Which none of it really is. That's part of the whole thing, that if you're an American, what our Constitution says is that you have the right to burn the flag or burn the whatever, the Constitution. I don't like it personally. I wouldn't do it, but you have the right to do it. That's real patriotism, understanding that, and not the performative kind where you think you have, this is not real patriotism. Oh, say, can you see? That's not real patriotism. Anybody can sing that song and hold their hand over their heart. Patriotism is understanding what the Constitution says, and not only understanding, abiding by the Constitution. So that's why I believe everyone who is in this administration now is not a patriot. They're unpatriotic. They're the exact opposite of a patriot. They don't stand for principles. They stand for power. And when their power feels threatened, as it is now, it will betray everything it once claimed to believe in. So, meaning this party. Because they only care about power. So what's happening in Chicago, in Memphis, Portland, soon, and he said it, I'm going to show you the evidence, soon to a city and town near you. This is not about safety. It's about sending a message that they can come for you if they choose, that they can show up unannounced, unaccountable, and unchecked anytime they want. And if you think, let me just tell you this, MAGA, white men and women, MAGA, you think you are protected. I'm American. Mark my words. Watch. They're coming for your ass too. It's just going to take a little bit more time because they don't care. They've already come for you and you don't even know. They've already co-opted you and you don't know. They've already gotten rich off of you and you don't know. They've made they're rich and they made all of their friends richer. Well, no, shouldn't say rich. Sorry, wrong word. Wealthy. There's a difference between rich is like, I get a couple $1 million. Wealthy is like tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. There's a difference between rich and wealthy. They have made all of their friends wealthier on your backs, and you let it happen. So that's how they have messed. That's how they're coming for you now. But then they're going to come for you even more. And you did it. You bought the Bitcoin, you bought the watch, you bought the Bible, you did all the shit. You paid for his legal bills. You don't even donate, just donating your hard-earned money. What is wrong with you? That message is not just for immigrants. It is for everyone. They're coming for you too. That's how authoritarianism works. It doesn't announce itself with a bang. It creeps in, it normalizes, it convinces you that the people being rounded up must have done something wrong. These people must have done something wrong. No, Luther didn't do anything wrong. Some of the people I'm going to show you today did nothing wrong. It teaches to these women who were in the car pickup line in Chicago, who they picked up, did nothing wrong because they let them go. It teaches you to look away. And by the time you realize they're coming for you, too late. But here's the thing. I see it. And I'm going to keep calling it out for you. That is my job here. That is one of the contributions that I can make, to strip away all the euphemisms, right? To cut through all the lies, to say out loud what they hope you're too distracted to notice, that they are wanting the media to cover up or to not cover at all. And so today is a distraction once again from the real issues, from the possibility that the ceasefire may have been broken in the Middle East. There's issues with the ceasefire. Both sides are saying that the other side is not complying in time. But you don't hear about that, do you? Because they're giving press conferences in the White House, and the media just jumps right on it. These people know that what they call order doesn't require secret arrests. They know that. They want you to believe that this is about security, but security doesn't mean dragging citizens into vans. They want you to believe that this is about protecting the American way of life. Really? But there is nothing more un-American and unpatriotic than a government turning its force against its own people. And if you think that this ends here, if you think that they stop at immigrants, as I said, or protesters or journalists, then you have not been paying attention. Then you are sadly mistaken. You must have just fallen off the turnip truck. Today it's them. Tomorrow it is you. Tomorrow it is your son. It is your neighbor. It's your coworker. Tomorrow it's anyone who dares to question power if you don't fall in line. This is a moment where we decide what kind of country we are. Do we shrug and we say, well, they must have been doing something. Why didn't they just comply? Nope. Or do we stand up and we say, not in my name, not in my country. This is not happening here. Do we accept this creeping normalcy? Is it normalcy or normality? I guess you can say both. But this creeping norm, whatever it is, of fear. Or do we confront it before it becomes permanent? Do we stand up now when people are ticked off? You got to see this woman. And if you didn't see it this morning, if you haven't seen her, the energy that we need. This is what I'm talking about when I said what I'm saying now. They want to make you numb. They want to make you stop reacting. They want to make you scared. They want you to accept that this is the new baseline. Operation Summer Heat, so people can be scared, so people can be afraid to go out in their own cities, so people can hide. People are hiding in Chicago, I'm told. Do not give them that victory. Don't allow them to normalize what is not normal, because America belongs to the people. And if the people refuse to be intimidated, refuse to be divided, if you refuse to be silenced, then no matter how many agents they deploy, they can deploy all the agents that they want. No matter how many press conferences they hold to try to distract, no matter how many fake numbers Pam Bondi reels off or recites, they will lose. And by the way, when Trump goes, they're going to be prosecuted. Watch. Mark my words. When daddy's gone, deep down, they already know that. And that's why they are scared. That's why they are lashing out. That's why they are trying to turn brutality into a brand. And that's why they're trying so hard to convince you that what you're seeing isn't there. What you're seeing with your own eyes, you're hearing it with your own ears. It's not happening. That's not happening. But it is happening. And you can't look away. You can't be quiet. And you cannot forget. We will not forget. We're not going to look away. Because if democracy means anything, it means that power answers to the people, not the other way around. I told you this yesterday. These people think that you work for them, and so does the media. It's the opposite. They work for us. They actually work for the media. We pay their salaries. They live in government housing that we are paying for, that you are paying for. And if they have forgotten that, then it is on us, it is incumbent upon us to remind them. Loudly, relentlessly, unapologetic, without apology. That's what we must do. Now, I'm going to tell you, on Saturday, starting at 11 a.m., if you're going to these these protests, I want you to take your phones and I want you to have us. It's going to be me, Joy Reid, and Jim Acosta, with people from all over the country, experts from all over the country, politicians who you know and recognize will be on our program. We are having a No Kings broadcast, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Watch it here on the Don Lemon Show and the Don Lemon channel. Do not be scared. Donald Trump and that administration is scared. Do not be scared. And while you're there, while you're doing this, wear your lemon merchandise. And let it be known that you are part of the Lemon Nation and you are not scared. And now you're going to hear from someone who speaks for all of us, the energy that we need, the embodiment of everything that I just told you about. Right after a word from our sponsors, 2 minutes. Support for the Don Lemon Show comes from Lean. Look, we've all tried the fad diets, the juice cleanses, the cabbage soup thing, the raw food kick. You lose 10 pounds and then you gain back 15, or if not more. I've been there too. But what I didn't realize is how dangerous that cycle actually is. Doctors call it weight cycling, and half of Americans do it. It puts serious stress on your body, and it raises your risk for diabetes, for liver issues, for heart attack, and even stroke. That's why I started paying attention to Lean. It is a non-prescription oral supplement, not one of those expensive injectables. It's not one of those. And it was created by doctors. Lean helps keep your blood sugar in check. It controls cravings and converts fat into energy. So you burn all of that off, and then you keep it off. Okay. So if you're ready to lose weight at a healthy pace and finally stop the yo-yo cycle, add Lean to your routine. So go to takelean.com and enter the code LEMON for 20% off. That's TAKELEAN.com. And remember, that code word is lemon. This episode is brought to you by Graza. That is my absolute go-to in the kitchen now. If you know me, you know I love to cook for my friends and my family and my subscribers. I cook for you as well. And then I tell you how it tastes, because you can't really taste it to the screen. But anywho, and you know what has taken my food to the next level? It's this olive oil that I'm going to tell you about. It's fresh. It's really fresh. They pick, press, and bottle their olives in the same season, and you can taste the difference. Graza makes 2 types. It's called Sizzle for sauteing and roasting, basically anything on the stove. And then there's Drizzle. It's a bowl finishing oil that I use on everything from salads to pasta. I've even drizzled it over ice cream. And you put a little tap in your martini. Really good. So my rule is simple. Sizzle hits the skillet, drizzle finishes the plate. And right now is the time to stock up. Graza's annual site-wide sale is on until October 21st. Everything is 20.74% off. No code needed. Just visit graza.co and upgrade your kitchen game. I almost forgot. Hi, thank you to our sponsors. I was enjoying my tea. It's very lemony and honey. Okay. All right. So this woman is giving me life and giving me hope. And I hope she gives you life and gives you hope as well. And I hope that she inspires you to be that badass bitch. Yeah. Because she is, and I mean that in the most complimentary way. She's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Because these people are cowards. Cowards. Okay? Now, as you are watching this, please, please, please tell me if you know this lady, because I want to send her flowers. I want to get her on this program. That's right. You say this cat is a bad mother, shut your mouth. She is a bad mother, shut your mouth. You guys ready? This was in New York City, and this woman has had enough. And she said, I am not scared of you. Roll it.
Bitch, you stupid bitch. That's why you're a bunch of fucking criminals. I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck we his family. You're a bunch of big pussies. Don't tell me to calm down. Who the fuck is you? We don't like none of you.
You okay?
No, how can I be okay? You okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I look like I'm okay? Don't come up in my face here because I hit hard. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Try it.
I wish you would.
Try it.
You try me and see what the fuck happened. Nigga, we angry. All of us angry out here. So don't think it's y'all alone.
Get out of here.
You who you telling get out of here? Why you telling me get out of here? You asked me a question and I'm answering you.
Get out of here. Man.
Fuck wrong with you? Oh, stupid ass bitch. That's why you gotta hide your face.
You wanna go to jail?
You told me my mother I can tell you anything.
You wanna go to jail?
Fuck wrong with you? You wanna hit me? Hit me, bitch. You ain't got me. Nobody's scared of you. You're a pussy ass. Come. I got rings on, bitch. So me and you gonna fight. You pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. That's why your kids them don't like you and your wife is fucking on you. That's why you gotta hide your face. My face ain't hidden, bitch. I'm American, you stupid bitch. Fuck wrong with y'all? You can take me too high. I'm Charlotte the Zodiac friends. You know what to do? Tell them, no. You want me? Fuck wrong with y'all? Fuck all of you. Put that on the news. Let Trump see it. I'm so fucking red.
I thought she said earlier a bunch of fucking rednecks. She said a bunch of fucking racists. She's a bad mamma jamma. And she is fine, just as fine as she can be. She is a bad mamma jamma. Now that I said earlier today, that is the kind of women I grew up with down in Baton Rouge, Port Allen, Louisiana. They did not take no shit. And that is the energy everybody needs right now. And protect that woman at all costs. She said her name, but I couldn't pick it up. I couldn't find it. If you guys, come on, internet, do your thing. Get me in touch with this lady. Because that's what we need. She scared the fuck out of them. They weren't expecting that heat. And she has the right to be able to do that. You should not be intimidated by anyone. I love her. Lady, I'm serious. I want to send you flowers and I want to buy you dinner. If you were here, I would draw you a hot bath and rub your feet because she's a queen. And she deserves all the flowers right now. And I played it once, I played it twice, I played it 5 times, and I'm going to play it again because people are fed up. So that was a black woman. And here is a black man with the energy we need. Roll it. Chicago.
I say what I want to say. I got a freedom of speech regardless of what Donald Trump thinks. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
What do you want to say to Donald Trump?
Fuck Donald Trump. Die from natural causes. Pam Bundy an idiot. Christy Nome ugly. Fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of our city. Basically, like, you know, quit racial profiling people. And I just hate all this shit. I hate them.
Why is it pissing you off so much?
Because they racist. I know deep down it's all like some racist shit. You see the shit all over the news and all over the TV saying this dumbass shit they saying that day and all this dumbass shit they doing and shit. Once I rolled past here and saw people protest the shit, I don't know. I just want to be heard. They just some fucking idiots, man. I don't know. There ain't really no other way to put it. They racist. And they don't like me and I don't like them. And, you know, like, they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, what the fuck? Charlie Kirk's a piece of shit. I don't get no fuck. I got a job, too. I don't get no fuck. Dox me. You better not pull up where I be at. Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass shit, all type of dumb ass shit. They call him a patriot and he was a piece of shit. He was a racist. He said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like, he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he get shot, we all supposed to cry. He was talking shit the minute the bullet hit his neck. He's still talking shit. His stupid ass wife still out here being racist and trying to throw Super Bowl shows. They dumb as hell and Bad Bunny Puerto Rican. They don't even know he American. They just racist. Like, they just see, oh, he's brown. He just racist, bro. So fuck all of them.
Anybody have a problem with that? Anybody have a problem? If you know him, please. Look, we were running around so much, and this was in the middle of the chaos. Can you get me in touch with that brother? I can't. I cannot believe that I did not get his information. Perhaps my producers did, but if someone in the comments said that's my homeboy too, can you please get me his number? Because I want to fly him here. Him and that lady, ma'am, and take y'all to dinner for showing the country and the world what we need right now. Get me internet, do your thing. They don't even know Bad Bunny is American. He didn't lie, and then he goes, I hope Trump dies. And it wasn't threatening. He goes, natural causes. That man is brilliant. Brilliant. So Donald Trump had this little press conference in the Oval Office today. Another show that he does every single day. I'm going to get into it, but let me just real quick, before I bother you with this, let me just get a word in from our sponsors and then we'll be back. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. October is World Mental Health Month, and I want to take a second to say thank you to therapists, the people who show up, listen, and help us move forward. Now, I've had those moments in therapy, the right question, a safe space, or just someone who says, you know what, you're not alone. And it changes everything. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform with over 30,000 licensed therapists. They match you with someone who fits your needs. And if it's not the right fit, you can switch at any time. So if you have been thinking about therapy, maybe this is your sign right now. Visit betterhelp.com/DonLemon. You can get 10% off of your first month. Okay, 10% off of your first month. That's betterhelp.com/DonLemon, because talking to someone can truly make a difference, and your mental health is important. So check it out. The Don Lemon Show is brought to you by Radioactive Media, the team that helps brands cut through the noise. Now, because let's be honest here, this economy is tough. And if you are running a business, you need marketing that works. Podcast and radio advertising reach more people than social media and digital combined. And those audiences are loyal. That's why I trust my friends at Radioactive. They know how to build, launch, and scale audio campaigns that deliver real results. They even use the same strategy to power this show. Now, whether you're a startup or a growing brand, they'll connect you to the right hosts and the right listeners, people like you. So go to radioactivemedia.com or text podcast to 511-511 and find out how audio can transform your marketing. That's radioactivemedia.com, or you can text podcast, PODCAST, to 511-511. Text messaging fees may apply. Thanks to our sponsors. Okay, by the way, just so you know, This gentleman on Instagram, on my Instagram, 2.2 million. 2.2 million views. 2.2 million views on Instagram. Hundreds of thousands on TikTok. It's really unbelievable. I wonder what that lady got. I have to put her up there and see what she gets. Speaking for all of us like a queen. Here's Donald Trump's dumbass out there today talking about they're just getting started with, and remember, this was supposed to be about getting really, really bad, rough immigrants, criminals, the worst of the worst off of the streets. And now it is somehow morphed into yanking citizens, American citizens off the street with no due process, and somehow about crime. I don't know how it morphed into that, but well, I do. They did it themselves, trying to pretend, trying to make something terrible into something good, a loss into a win. Here he is.
We're just at the start. We're going to go into other cities that we're not talking about purposely. We're getting ready to go in. And when they go in, like Cash as an example, told me that people didn't even know. 5 months ago, they went into Chicago, and they started doing a lot of work in Chicago. And we brought the numbers down a little bit. And but that really was just preparatory work for what we're going to do with the surge. We're going to have a surge of strong, good people, patriots, and they're going to go in, they straighten it all out. So
Donald Trump says sending troops into American citizens has now become his passion. Watch.
Every American deserves to live in a community where they're not afraid of being mugged, murdered, robbed, raped, assaulted, or shot. And that's exactly what our administration is working to deliver. I didn't realize I was going to make this such a big factor in the administration. I didn't really campaign. I campaigned on crime, but I never thought we'd go into every city and take a really safe city that we've all been living with for years and make them safe. And now it's like a passion for me, and it's a passion for the people behind me. So I didn't get elected. I did get elected for crime, but I didn't get elected for what we're doing. This is many, many steps above, and I want to thank.
Okay, so anyway, a lot of glazing, a lot of thinking, and a lot of, oh, Mr. Trump, you're so great. All that stuff happened today. A lot of misinformation. But the thing that, why is Donald Trump obsessed with black women? Obsessed. Melania, you better look out. I'm just saying. She don't care, though. She's like, go ahead. As long as the check clears, right? Okay, so why is he obsessed with black women? That's what I would like to know. Because he always brings up black. He has to bring up a black somebody. You know, first it was like, where's my African American? And these big guys who could come up and cry. Now it's black women. Here he is.
And the people of Chicago are walking around with MAGA hats. You have women, beautiful black women, walking around with MAGA hats. Please let the president in, and we don't care how he does it. They're not interested in National Guard or Army, Navy. Bring them in. Marines, bring in the Marines. They just want the crime to stop. And more so because of the success that we had in D.C. I think if we didn't have that success, nobody would even believe it.
If they were having the success that they are saying they're having, they wouldn't be holding this press conference. You know, on people, when they are trying to portray something that's just the opposite, right? You know people are guilty when they talk too much. When they start talking too much, you're like, something's not adding up here. I'm so great, we're so great, this is, and you're like, wait a minute. And then you look under the hood and you're like, now I see. So everybody probably in that press conference went back. How did you think we do? How do we do? You think that's good? Okay. So now it's going to be, we're going to turn it into a crime. And yeah. And then next, he said, by the way, so you think this is over? He said it's not. San Francisco's next and Boston too. First, San Francisco. Here it is.
After Don in particular, I'll never forget Adam Shifty Schiff, a total crooked guy, lying in Congress, making up a phone conversation that I have with you.
This is a
totally
different
made
clip,
up.
actually.
Then when he heard it was
It
taped,
is. Can we do? It's no San
wanted to
Francisco
disappear.
next. No.
Here's San Francisco.
I tell you what, the people in Chicago and the people in places like that can be fixed. At some point, it gets to where you can't fix it anymore. It's too far gone. And we have some cities like that. But these are great cities that can be fixed. I'm going to be strongly recommending, at the request of government officials, which is always nice, that you start looking at San Francisco. I think we can make San Francisco, there's one of our great cities 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and now it's a mess. And we have great support in San Francisco, so I'd like to recommend that for inclusion, maybe in your next group. You'll get great support.
Okay, so this is not his business. Like, none of that is his business. None of that is Donald Trump's business. That is the local people's business. And if they call you and they ask you to come in, as my grandmother used to say, now that's a horse of another color. That ain't his business. This is not an emergency. This is not qualified as, it doesn't qualify as an emergency. He's just trying to pretend that it is, and it is not. But Boston, you're next. Watch.
Having some distaste for Boston recently. Is this one of the cities that you might be looking into? And can you give us a hint about other cities that you might be?
You're saying for where? For where?
For Boston.
Yeah, well, Boston has a bad mayor who at least is a reasonable IQ person. You know, most of them are low IQ, but and they're so bad. I mean, what's going on in Chicago is just, you'd think the guy would say, hey, look, we have a problem, Mr. President. Could you come in and straighten it out? I could have that. We could have that done in a month if we had their cooperation. Okay. It's going to be done anyway.
Okay. So he just sort of gave it away because he said, if we had that cooperation, look, you don't have that cooperation because they're telling you they don't need you. And why is he saying that the mayor of Boston, talking about her IQ, what did he say? Medium IQ? Is that the one? No, is that the medium IQ one? Did I miss it as I was typing something? Andy?
Yeah, I think he was talking about the Boston.
Talking about her? Okay, I just want to make sure because I was typing something in the thing. Now, why is it a medium IQ? It shows you like his hierarchy of intelligence because he only saves like low IQ and dumb for Black people. But he's called me dumb. He called LeBron James dumb. He called the congresswoman in California dumb. Who else did he call dumb? Yeah, maybe he called Joy Reid dumb. He likes to call Black Maxine Waters. He called her dumb. Low IQ. But he says the mayor of Boston, who happens to be Asian, medium IQ. So you know where his priority is. Dumbass. And because every accusation is a confession. And he is confessing. If you would like to know anything about the Don Lemon Show, all you have to do is go to donlemon.com, donlemon.com, and click on any of the links there. We have to figure out how to put up our new platform, which is Twitch, twitch.tv/donlemon, twitch.tv/donlemon. That's our new platform. We're already on Apple, iHeart, and Spotify. And of course, YouTube. And then we stream as well on all of the socials, except right now for TikTok. For some reason, we can't go live. TikTok, come on. Anyways, if you click on the button at the top with the arrow, there you go. That'll take you to our main show page. Make sure you subscribe. So you can subscribe there and you can become a member and check out all of our community stuff. So subscriptions are free. So go in and sign up. We are closing in on 1 million subscribers. Can you guys please, everybody who's listening right now or watching, go to our page, our main page on YouTube, at The Don Lemon Show on YouTube, and make sure you are subscribed. Okay? And if you're not, hit the subscribe button. Okay? Also, if you're interested in merch, people are asking me where I got this. You can go click on donlemon.com, just click on merch. And there you go. All of the things. The old people be knowing shirts, the hats, all of it. There's a candle. Fan, Where them fans at? And all the all the things, okay? And so, and if you're out and about this weekend, Saturday, and you're at one of the No Kings marches, wear your Don Lemon Show merch. Be proud to be a part of the Lemon Nation, to be a lemon head or a lemon legend. Okay? So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I may do a live tonight. If I do, you'll get a notification. We'll see. Maybe we'll do some man on the streets. Who knows? I got to do some cleaning up around the house. It's time for a little fall clean. Picks. I'm gonna make sure that no merch picks today. Did we not grab any?
Oh yeah, we don't have any.
Andy, Peter,
Sorry.
Anyone? Bueller?
You cut out for a second, so
No,
you froze on me.
Nobody's answering me.
Do you hear me?
So, no, I couldn't hear you. You were muted.
Oh.
No merch picks.
No
right?
merch picks. No.
All right, we'll go grab some more merch picks. The person who captures the merch picks, you guys have noticed, Nikki is not here. She's on vacation. She's on vacation and she's left it to the board. Everything is falling apart, as you can tell. So anyway, guys, I'm going to see you back here for sure tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Okay. So I want you to be informed without being inundated. And until I see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Hot Topics on the Don Lemon Show on the Don Lemon channel, turn the TV off and don't be scared. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next.